Welcome to Swedish Guy That Flies. We are at Sarsarsuaq airport in Greenland. You can see it says that on the little tower. This is unmanned though, so it's not a controlled tower. Just to remind everyone, we are traveling from Texas all the way to Sweden. Final destination is Sweden, yet to be decided. I'm moving to Sweden from Texas. I lived in Texas for more than 30 years. Moving back to Sweden, just retired, and thought, let's go back to the homeland. Probably gonna end up somewhere in Småland, so we're gonna, maybe we end up in Växjö for the final leg. But right now we are here in the southern tip, on the southern tip of Greenland. My plan is to fly up the coast, not to do a jump over to Iceland just yet, but fly up to the coast. So this is the plan for today. Sarsarsuaq. It is a little bit cloudy. I think we're gonna be able to make it. This is a little bit more, the plan here is about 2 hours and 16 minutes up to this airport, Kulusuk. From here, it's a pretty simple hop over to Iceland. So let's try and do this today. The winds look good. If I look on the wind barbs here, the only thing is the overcast. There's obviously risk for some icing. We'll see how that works out. But that's the plan for today. So this is our trusty Piper Cherokee. It's been dirtied up quite a bit during our trip, but let's get into the aircraft and start to do the preparations. We're gonna start with a walk around. Let's get one of the flaps, or the flaps out. Configuration tablet, go into the maintenance tab, look at the engine, inspect engine like so, and see if the airframe have any issues. But we are going to do a walk around nevertheless. What we should do first, actually, we should load the fuel. And according to the fuel report, I need block fuel 38 gallons, so not that much. I have wing tanks. But I won't need that. So say we do 40 gallons. Actually, we're gonna do 38 because I'm not using as much. I'm using a little nav map to calculate this, and they are consistently going over. So let's do 20 in each. Let's do 19 in each. All right, so a little bit more than half tank. It's 30 gallons in each. So there we go. I think that's all we need for the walk around. So let's do the walk around. Check the right flap. That looks all right. Coming to the right area of nice and free. We don't have any fuel in the wing tanks. We don't worry about that. There's the light. Actually, I should put on the batteries. I forgot to do that. Turn on the beacon. There's the light. All right, so tie down has been removed. Let's look at the fuel tank. We should see some fuel in here. If we position ourselves right, we should, yeah, there's a little bluish, maybe hard to see on the video, but that looks okay. And we have the wheel shocks are off. Tires looks, yeah, I mean, it's dirty down here, but it looks okay. Let's see how we're doing here, that we have no contamination such as water or anything in the fuel. Looks good. And in the real life, you don't pour it out on the tarmac. Siphon it back in there. Let's see how we look here. We have no bird's nests, but it is pretty dirty. And this is a dirty livery. So, but that looks okay. Check the oil. Oh, that oil is really, really black. I need to think about changing that oil. I don't actually know how to do that, just to change the oil, more than doing a kind of a renovation of the engine. But see, okay, there's fuel in there. Hard to see on the video again, but trust me. Wheel chocks left off. Pitot tube cover is off. Left wing tie is removed. Okay. Okay, that light works. Nothing in that wing tank. Don't worry about that wing tank. Looks good. No contaminations around that sensor. Elevator, rather. Tie down for the tail is off. That looks good. And we have our little luggage there. So there we have it. We have done the walk around. Let's do the before engine start checklist. Pre-flight is complete. Passengers have been briefed. It's only me. Seatbelts secure. Control lock has been removed. Let's put back the yoke there. Looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, so that is off. Parking brake. Hard to see there, but it has been. Let me remove this. We see. Yeah, parking brake has been set. Gear switch is down and flaps up. Let's make sure we have them up. There we go. And radius are off. Autopilot master is off. And avionics master is off. And all electrical switches are off. Circuit breakers in, rotating beacon is on. Let's just look at the circuit breakers. Oh, landing gear motor breaker was out. That's weird. Rotating beacon is on. So let's get ready for engine start. Fuel, we will use the right fuel tank first. Mixture is rich, red handle all the way in, and here's our throttle, and we do that one a little bit cracked like so. Prop is the blue one, full forward. Carb heat is this one that is off. Master switch is on. That's this guy over there to the left. Fuel pump. Let's turn on the fuel pump. It's the fuel pump, the little yellow knob there, and we're going to observe the fuel pressure coming up. There it is, fuel pressure is rising, so then we turn it off. And we're gonna unlock the primer. 1, 2, 3. And it's pretty cold here, so I'm gonna prime it 5 times. We might need to do some engine heating.
Good morning, EasyVA5 with you.
We get a little chatter here from say intentions software that I'm using. We're gonna get to that in a moment. Okay, so we have primed it and mags, set mags to both on the key. Prop area, let's shout that out. Prop clear. Yeah, he's safely over there. And starter, engage. And let's work. There you go. Okay, he's a little bit rough here in the morning. It's a cold morning right now here in Sarsarak. We have, let's close this guy here. We have about 0 degrees Celsius or -2 Celsius. That's 28 Fahrenheit. All right, idling have improved. So now we have to wait for oil pressure to come up. And oil temperature is oil pressure. Excuse me. Oil pressure is there. We have oil pressure is up. Wait for the temperature to come up a little bit. And in the meantime, we will use say intentions Narcissus Airport. There isn't anything really here, so I will actually, I'm gonna look up if there is any. Okay, break. Narcissus have 1191 as their communication channel, which I think is that's only for listening. So let's put on the avionics. And set destination. Bravo Golf Kilo Kilo, Bravo Golf Kilo Kilo, Kulusuk. And there we go. One 191. That one no one is listening to. That is just the informational channel where people can call out. Once we get up on altitude, we're going to contact the center that is covering this. I can't remember now what center it is, but we will find that out. See engine status. So the cloud cover sits about, I think it's 2000. So we'll work around that. Let's do the checklist for taxi. Primer, locked. There it is, locked. Avionics master is on. Amp meter, check. 8 amps. Radios are on. Transport responder as required. So let's do a VFR. Squawk VFR. Altimeter. I will cheat a little bit and set that automatically. And heading indicator, we are going to fly 58 degrees. So heading is now 242. Okay. Let's set the heading, 58 degrees. All the way around. Let's set the course the same. So, back to checklist. Landing gear lamp is green. There it is, down and locked. Nav light as required, parking brake release, brake and initial roll test. Okay, we're gonna figure out which runway will be best. And I'm gonna do that kind of offline here to look at the airport information. Hold on one sec. Runways. So we want to use runway 24, looks to be the best. It doesn't really matter. Both of them have the same wind. See where we are. Oh, no charge relevant. Okay, so I'm looking offline here. Yeah, I think we do runway 24 and then we circle around. So we're gonna take a right, gonna taxi right and go that way. Okay, let's do the taxi. I'm gonna start my recording of my flight. There we go. Okay, let's do taxi lights on. Pitot heat, we need that one on. We also want to do carb heat. And I'm not a pilot, so if I'm doing something wrong, it's because of that. So let's release parking brake. Initial roll, brake check. Okay. Don't want to run over that guy. I'm gonna see if I can call out on this frequency. Sarsasaq Airport, Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. We're gonna do a rollout here to runway 24 for departure, turning north, Sarsasaq Airport. Probably gonna get a message back that no one is listening to this frequency.
Nobody's listening on 119.1.
Thank you. And I'm not sure if that is correct of the software to actually answer that, if this is an open frequency like a Unicom. But it looks like the weather, we're gonna head out in this direction, but we're gonna start in the other direction and then turn around and fly north. Okay, that's the end of the airport. Or airstrip. Turn around, do a little run up. Run up into the wind like so. Left. Yeah, proper drop. And right. Okay. Okay, everything is looks normal. Let's just make sure carb heat. Yeah, we have a little reaction on that, so that's good. Turn the right way. Hard to see where the middle is there. Feels like this is a really short runway. Okay. Let's get ready to start. What we should do is to just sync the fuel. Update digital engine monitor so he understands how much fuel we have. There we go. And let's do before takeoff controls, free and correct. Yes, elevator trim. Good call. We need to set that to neutral. There we go. Door is latched. Correct. Fuel pump. Put that on. And flap set as desired. Actually, what I'm going to do one flap. Mixture full rich. Prop full forward. Carb heat, we need to have that actually off during the start. Engine gauges looks good, fuel looks good, oil pressure up, amps, oil temp, fuel pressure, everything looks good. Pitot heat as required, yes, pitot is on. Strobes on. And I'll put the nav light on too, landing lights as required. So let's get going. There we are. Gear up. Flaps up. Let's make a turn now to get to our correct direction. We have a little mountain there. Very nice. And there we are, that's the direction. And we should probably level off here. Keep under the clouds. Turn on the autopilot. And let's go heading. So there we go. I think I'm gonna turn a little to the left here, and we're gonna travel up this little river, if you will. And it's the autopilot. That's it's a noise there. You have to adjust a little bit, help him to stay on the altitude you selected. So there we go. We got our start out of this leg. That's going to take it up the coast of Greenland to position us for hopefully a little bit easier hop towards Iceland. So I will get back to you when we get a little bit further. Little update here. We are now up on altitude 6,500. So we're sitting over this really big. I guess this is like a ice snowfield. A little bit intimidating to be on this altitude. I'm thinking about icing and other things. So I'm actually taking a course, going off course a little bit to try to traverse over to this region here where there is a lower elevation, and see if we can go that way instead and going on the, if I pan out here, if we go on the coastline here instead of over this ice field here. So that's my plan. And then we're gonna engage the regular trajectory here, which is pretty easy because it's gonna go out over water, so it's not gonna be a concern. So yeah, pretty amazing views here. I don't know what these little things are. Is this like a village? It's like little huts. Yeah, actually. It's rendered little huts or houses here. So perhaps this is some sort of a settlement out here on the, I mean, pretty high elevation. Yeah, it looks like. I wonder what this is in real life. Actually, I have to check that on Google Maps or something. So pretty interesting little bushes here. Probably unlikely, but yeah, a lot of little houses scattered about. Yeah, I really need to look at a real map to see what's going on here. So that's the update. Little update here. We are currently flying on 8,500 feet, and we have a cloud layer coming in on us here, kind of on top of us, just as we're about to get to some lower ground. So hopefully we won't see any icing on that. Right now we're above ground with 879 feet, so I don't have that many options to actually go lower in order to avoid some possible icing situation coming into this cloud bank. And I'm just kind of a little bit scary because I really need to go lower, but I'm not there yet. So I can do that maybe just in a little bit. If I look at the map, maybe in a couple of miles here I can get down on a lower altitude. But right now it looks a little bit hairy. Hopefully we won't get any moisture. Keeping an eye on things. Right now we're above ground 1,000 feet. So it looks like the ground is getting a little bit lower. So far no indication of icing. Keeping an eye on the temperatures on the engine. because if you see that it starts to freeze up here, then you're in trouble. But so what would happen here on the graphic is that you start to see ice forming, and also the temperatures going down here, and that would be a concern. So you want to make sure that your mix is set, so so you have the best possible combustion situation there, so you don't get any icing. So anyway, that's where we are, keeping an eye on it here. So pretty angry looking clouds, but we see clearer skies ahead of us. But very beautiful, but a little bit airy, flying over Greenland. I guess I could land here if I needed to. I don't know how the modeling is done when you roll on this snow here, or ice, or whatever it is, but I don't want to find out. So I'll get back to you as we're been in the air now for about half an hour. We have about an hour and 48 minutes left according to the estimate, so I'll get back to you as we get closer. An update on the way. So this is where we are. We have we have less than an hour, 46 minutes to our final destination. So it's been going well. As you see, we have I've been coming out of the ice fields, and I navigated out to here. I get another view here, out to the coast. Didn't have any problems with any icing or anything going through kind of that cloud level, or going under the cloud level rather. So I'm now down on 3,500 feet, and we'll now simply just traverse over the water and towards our final destination of Kulusuk. That's where we're gonna land, and that's gonna be my from there I'm gonna do the hop over to Iceland, hopefully tomorrow if the weather permits. That will be exciting. That will be another milestone. We'll get back as we get closer to land, or closer to landing rather. So Kulusuk, just to show you again, bring that map down here. It is this is actually an island. We're gonna go in here and go in on it says runway 11 here, which I don't think is correct. It's actually runway 10 if you look at charts and stuff. So should be pretty straightforward. They don't have any control on this airport, so you just call on Unicom your intentions. That's what we're gonna do. And here's the village of Kulusuk. So we're gonna fly by that one. So I'll get back to you when it's time to land. Welcome back. We are now just about 10 minutes from our destination airport, which is Kulusuk on Greenland. We are navigating towards an approach fix. That's going to be our approach fix to go in for final for runway 10 at the airport. Actually, I can put on my headphones so let's be more quiet. There we go. Okay, so that's the approach fix. We're also navigating towards an NDB on 377. And we're gonna fly over that one as we go into to land. Pretty straightforward flight. Weather has been really good. The wind has been low. Currently low winds also at the airport. So everything looks good. This is an unmanned airport, so it's a Unicom frequency we are at. We're gonna call into that as we get a bit closer and start our descent. into Kulusuk. But first we're gonna navigate into this fix here, Foxtrot November 10. But no drama at all. Good on fuel. As usual, I'm using much less fuel than I think I have to. It's the little nav map I'm using for calculating the fuel, and he's consistently well over on the estimation. Actually, I'm gonna look at the fuel report right now, and I was advised to take 38 gallons. And that would give me fuel at destination 58 pounds, I'm sorry, 10 gallons. 10 gallons as we receive the destination, but we have much more than that. We have 18 gallons in this tank that we're currently running off of, and we have 6 in the other. So I don't think we're gonna use 12 gallons on the way down. I had to do a little diversion to get off kind of the really high altitude. I was on kind of high altitude for me at least. I was afraid that I would get some icing from a cloud layer, and then I wouldn't have any option to go down a lower elevation because I was on a kind of an ice or snow field. So navigated out to the coast. We're gonna show that here. Here we see this little diversion I did, and here we came down on lower levels. Or the elevations. And then it was pretty much a straight shot here, as you see on the wind barbs here. It's really nice. As we're coming in towards Kulusuk. So in just a moment I'm gonna start to lose some altitude. So I think the airport should be in this area over here. It's a little bit hard to see. But as you see, we have some ice here on the sea, but I guess I'm kind of looping in this way. So I'm gonna start to lose a little altitude here and get down on say 2,000 feet. So approach, we're not there yet, but we need to turn on the autopilot. Fuel pump, fuel selection desired, fuel levels are checked, fuel pressure is checked, mixture will be rich, prop full forward, carb heat as required, airspeed 120, and gear down, flaps as desired. So we have reached top of descent, so let's lose a little bit more altitude here. That's probably good there. So yeah, let's start prepare for the approach here. We're taking off the autopilot. Fuel pump is on. Desired tank, fuel levels check. We are good on the tank quantity there. Fuel pressure is good. Mixture, let's put mixture to rich. Prop full forward. Carb heat, we'll keep that on. airspeed 120. Yeah, need to lose some speed, so we're gonna do put on some flaps. We should see the airport now ahead of us. Might need to do a flyby just to find it. Try to trim myself here. We should be on heading 105. Just set that as a marker so we know where that is. Okay. Should see it in front of us soon. Flaps. Oh, there it is. You see it? Right in front here. So let's do the landing gear. Get us in position. Let's call on Unicom here. Kulusuk Airport. This is Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. We're a Piper Cherokee going in for a final on runway 10, Kulusuk Airport. Get out. We have the Kulusuk village just down there. You see the buildings being rendered. Then hopefully tomorrow I will do an attempt to fly over to Iceland. And we are flying over the little village there. Oh, a little bit off course there. Very modest airport. This is just the landing strip. A little bit off center. Here we are. Kulusuk Airport. Second landing in Greenland. I appreciate you guys watching this adventure where I'm trying to fly from Texas to Sweden. So next time we talk, it's gonna be towards Iceland. I'll catch you then. Bye bye.